How we doing?
Good.
God bless each and every one of you. Wyoming's head coach, Coach Swabble. Tremendous career. But I read up and study some of these guys. I'm marveled at the stops they've had, the elevation that they've climbed to, and the opportunities they've been afforded, and they've taken advantage of it. And he's just another good one, good guy. I always have someone who reach out to me and tell me about the character of not only the team, but the coaches that I'm getting ready to coach against. And this gentleman is unbelievable. He has done a fantastic job with the opportunity afforded coming from the defensive back and the safeties since 2020. So he has understanding of this university, and he's done a heck of a job, man. So proud of him, proud to be up against him. I can't wait to see how we match up. Students of the week, Taufik Bayard, who's been playing his butt off as well, and Mantrez Walker out of Georgia. Team notes. Shout out to volleyball and soccer. Volleyball is 9-0. Wow. We wish we were them. Just the second time in program history. I just asked for someone to put schedules. We need all the athletic schedules in the dining hall so we can support one another, because we don't know. We sit there and eat with them all the time. And I was just talking to, I forgot which team it was, lacrosse. And like, when do y'all play? What's the schedule? And I want to know so we could come and support them. But shout out to the volleyball team. Soccer is 6-1. I love their coaching staff. I love those guys. They lost a lot of weight and they looking real good. They eating right, looking healthy. I love those guys to life. And they hit that portal hard, didn't they? They hit it hard. I'm proud of them. They have a Big 12 opener at home against Kansas State on Thursday night. It looked like prenup field to me. You've been through what I've been through. It looks like prenup to me. Okay, but I guess it's not. You can tell I'm in a silly mood today. This week is family weekend. We're gonna have a packed house. I love family weekend, so the families of all the students who come here and see their babies, see their kids. It's gonna be phenomenal as well. Let's go after the Civil War.
Matt, you want to start us? No, Nikki or Romy today.
Coach, through a quarter of the season so far, what would you say you've learned about your group so far?
I don't see quitting the guys. Like, we had practice Saturday, Sunday, and usually if you practice 60 or 70% of the plays, you get that day off. You have to, come out there dressed, but you don't have to work. The whole defense came out there padded up. And I said, wow. I said, why do you guys wear your pads? They said, because we didn't feel like we played well. We got to work. And I think everybody but maybe 2 or 3 players on the offense padded up. So it's kind of the same sentiment. So I'm proud of the resilience. I'm proud of the way they responded today. Usually the first days of the week, horrendous practices, they worked their butts off today. They really did. We changed the format up a little bit to kind of change it up so they could have something new to look forward to. But they got after it today. They really did. Proud of them.
Kind of follow up to that. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in the past you said you look for 7 guys on either side of the football. I was just wondering where your numbers are at right now.
Not so.
Jack, go ahead.
Coach Jack Carlo.
Thank you early on me today.
Really, I am early. No Nikki too, so just change things a little bit.
You got a haircut and a clean shave.
Shout out to Great Clips.
Great clips.
Good
I
job.
better be paying you, man. Don't get nobody shout out. Take it from me. Don't get nobody no shout out unless they take care of you.
I don't have to respond.
All right.
There was a video I think yesterday or the day before. He said, "Why not us?" in terms of turning
Right.
this thing around. So I wonder if you could speak a little bit more on that.
Dabo Swinney is one of my favorites. I love him to life. I love the man he is, the coach he is. Just a great guy. Just a guy that I could look up to, in this coaching realm. And just looking back on some of the things that they've accomplished, and they've been sitting here before, 1 and 2, and they turned it all around. I think they ended up 10 and 2 that season. And why not us? Why can't we turn it around? Why can't we correct the wrongs with the rights and display consistency and do those things. Because we have the talent in-house. We just gotta put it through usage and do what we are capable of doing.
Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Kind of building off that, with your run defense issues early on the season,
Mhm.
how much of that has been guys maybe freelancing, not playing within the scheme?
I'm not gonna say freelancing, they just miss opportunities. We've had several opportunities to make plays, we just missed the opportunities. We just gotta make good on the opportunities, that's it. I don't think they're freelancing, I just think we just don't make the plays when the plays afforded to us.
Pat, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Pat Grimes, Associated Press. A fun question and a serious one. Number one is, how nice would they have Ice Cube and announced today?
You gotta understand, we go way back to 88, 89. So we've been down for a long time. Dub C's there, my other friend Mike Ten wasn't there. He was part of the West Side Connection, which I love. But Cube and I, we hooked up a long time ago in Atlanta, man. And before they had licensing and stuff on the sideline, I remember I wore a lynch mob jacket, like all the way down jacket, all the way like to my ankles on the sideline when I played for the Falcons. He used to come to the games, he was on the sideline, he used to come to practice. So we've been cool for a long time, and just to see the maturation and where he's ascended to is unbelievable. He has a concert in Denver as well, that's why he's here. But I love when the guys like that are successful in different realms of life, that has reinvented himself 3 different times with Big Three, and you got the rap game, and you got the movie star he is. Unbelievable, and it says a lot for a lot of young men on our team that can look up and look out for you.
And the serious one is, and this is no setup, I'm just, when you're evaluating the quarterbacks, what do you want to see and what do you want to see? I guess
Leadership and consistency. That's it. That ain't much to ask for, is it? Leadership and consistency. I look for that for everyone. Every man, every woman that's involved in my life, leadership and consistency.
Scott, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, good to see you.
You too, boss.
It's Scott Proctor at DMVR. Based on what you know about, your personnel on offense, the skill sets of everybody on that unit, what do you feel like the identity of this offense should be, or is that something you guys are still trying to work through and figure
I don't
out?
want to say what things should be, because that gets you upset when you walk out of here, what things should be. I should be probably 5 pounds heavier right now, but I had the little setbacks. We're getting there, and we're gonna get there within the next, maybe Saturday, maybe a couple games after that, but we're gonna get there with the consistency that we desire. I can see it. We're gonna get there.
John, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, John Treach, 9 News. After the game against Houston, you said you were surprised by how the team played several times. Has that caused you to dramatically change how you prepare the team?
We changed up a little bit. Say for instance, you start with tempo. I may not start with tempo. I may start with first down runs. Give me 2 first down plays. Offense and defense, 1s versus 1s, 2s versus 2s. Because that's what we're gonna start the game off with. And I want us to get 5 yards on first down. Offensively, and I want us to prevent 4 to 5 yards on defense. So you may change up the structure of how you attack practice to make sure you can get the best out of your young men. You gotta understand your team, the dynamics of your team, how we practice. Normally, the first day of the weeks are the worst days of practice, and I don't condone that whatsoever. So we change it up to keep it a little lifelike, and we don't have a long practice, long tenuous practice, but we get a lot done walking through as well as full speed.
Brian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Brian Howell, we're doing the camera. Just curious if you decide what you're going to do with quarterback for this week.
Yeah, it was never happened.
And then as a follow-up to that, don't know what your decision is, but like as far as Caden goes, what is something you need to see from him that you weren't seeing when he was in the
I
start?
think I just said a minute ago, leadership, right? Is what I want to see from, and consistency from all our guys, not just Kate. Leadership and consistency from all of our guys in that position.
Hey, Coach, Jake Schwann.
How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing? Stopping the quarterback run was an issue for you guys again on Friday night.
Mhm.
Just how frustrating is that that keeps popping up and it's
Very,
something that keeps killing you?
very frustrating. I think we did statistics. I think I may be mistaken, but it's almost like 109 and 7 are the records of the teams that have given up, I think, surrendered 200 yards rushing. They've lost. They've lost, you know, to like 109 to 7. Something drastic as that. It's a crazy, staggering number. I may not be correct on the number, but I know it's something like that, of that nature. You're not gonna win when you give up a couple 100 yards rushing.
The other night after the game, I know you said you didn't want to single out any defensive player after
Right.
a performance like that, but I was wondering how you've seen two freshmen in London Merritt and Alex McPherson come along an edge. It seems like those guys are showing some things to build with moving forward.
All of them are. I think not just those two, all of them are. See, you can't just, you're thinking just because they're freshmen, they're doing a great job. I don't judge them as the year in their
I just meant
age.
more because they're new.
That don't mean nothing to me.
Okay.
Like a new person in here, you don't want to ask a stupid question, new or old, right? I'm not saying that. You good with me, you know you good with me. But no, I don't judge them like that. I don't look out there and say, oh, that's a freshman. No, man, you in a Colorado Buff uniform, you deserve to be on the field, you gotta do your job. I don't give a darn how old you are, or what year you are. You're expected to do a job, and we're gonna hold you accountable for it.
Ryan, go ahead.
Around the schools from Ralph Report, what stands out on tape when you go back and you watch Wyoming?
They're physical up front. I feel like offensive line and defensive line, these guys are physical up front. They coach well, man. I know that's a cliche, but they really are coached well. They're not gonna make a lot of mistakes. I don't think they're gonna beat themselves. You don't have to beat them. They're really coached well. And these guys wanna win. You gotta understand, when you're playing against us, that's, not that we're all that, but it's a chip. You're gonna be on television, you're gonna get a chance to shine in front of a national audience, and you wanna dominate us. That's the thing. We just gotta be prepared for that thought process.
Mark, go ahead.
Mark Isler, Denver Gazette. Going back to the identity question, it's which comes first, identity or winning? Winning or identity?
Winning.
How much patience?
What identity? First of all, I don't know coaches that seek identity. I think coaches seek wins. You can call it what you want, but it looks the way it looks. I don't care what kind of car we pull up in. As long as we pull out of here with a W, I'm good. So I don't really get into the identity thing, not whatsoever. I would like to do some things better. We like to stop the run. We like to run the ball. We like to be consistent offensively and defensively. We'd love to do those things better, but I can't be narrowed down with, what's your identity? What does that mean? What does that mean, what's your identity? I don't even know what that means.
What you known for?
Excuse me?
What you known for?
Like what you do best.
What you hang your hat on is what I would say.
I don't think we can hang our hat out. Like Ohio State won the national championship, right? What did they hang their hat on?
Running football.
Running the football.
Two running backs.
But they had two. You can't hang your hat on two running backs. That's not nothing to hang your hat on. It's got to be. Everybody got two running backs.
Two running backs that could kick your butt.
They can't kick you butt without the line.
Okay.
I don't care how great they are without the line. They can't kick you butt. Like, I understand what you're trying to say, but winning is winning, man. It's not one thing you can hang your hat on. I would love to say, shoot, we could do this, we could do that, but you gotta have consistency before you start opening your mouth and rambling off like that.
Patience to get to winning. Your patience.
Excuse me?
Your
I'm
patience.
not a
to get-
patient man. I'm not a patient man on anything, so I'm a fixer, man. I wanna fix the problems. I'm not a guy that wanna linger and just have that kind of stuff going on. I'm just as upset with some of you watching when you watch the TV or you're there. I'm just as upset, or even more, because I know what's supposed to be happening. Like, I hear it goes in, and I know what's supposed to be happening. It don't happen, so you're upset with that sentiment. But we're gonna get it together. I think we have the young. I know we have the young men inside that locker room and the coaching staff to get it together.
Come on, Mike, go ahead.
Good morning, Coach Prime. Mike Lyle, KDUNC Radio. How are you, brother?
How you doing?
Quick question about what you talked about so far this morning. Would you say another word to define this thing would be perseverance?
I don't understand.
In terms of where they're going right now, in terms of the development, I know it's early on this season, but as they're
I'm not
going
gonna say
through.
we persevering right now. That's like we just staying alive. Now, that's not the correct word for what we're dealing with right now. We really just trying to find consistency in certain areas that will enable us to win. We want this to happen like this. We want this guy to do that. We want this to happen like that. It's a consistency. It's something that I can see, that I know we're capable of doing, that we have not yet done consistently yet. We've only done it in spurts.
Two more, Tyler, go ahead.
Coach Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. You mentioned all of the guys on the defense and the majority on the offense wanting to come out with their pads on for the
Right.
first day, the first practice after the game. Does that show you that this group is willing to put the work into to fix things, and that gives you the confidence
Yeah.
that you're going to turn around?
Well, I have the confidence regardless of that. But yeah, I don't, when you say turn it around, I don't think we're in a car just running aimlessly the wrong way. I don't feel that way. I feel like we could be better, and we are better. We just have had a hiccup here and a hiccup there that has disarmed us in its totality. And it's no excuse for what transpired last week. No excuse for that.
Last one, Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Harrison Simeon, Boston SI. After the first quarter against Houston, you talked about stopping offenses on early downs.
Mhm.
Have you worked with Robert Livingston in those scenarios, and if so, how so?
Well, we work daily in trying to do what's right and what we're capable of doing with the personnel that we have. Most definitely. Coach, both coordinators are really good. Both, all the position coaches as well as the support staff are doing a fantastic job. You know, I remember playing for the Dallas Cowboys way back in the heyday, when victories were victories and you were winning your butt off. I remember saying one time, I wish we could watch film in the stadium in front of the whole world. Because I want coaches to say, this is the call, this is what was supposed to happen. This is why it didn't happen. Instead of, assessing blame to this person, and you really know the truth. But oftentimes that's not gonna happen. One thing about our young man, they're understanding what accountability is, as well as us in the coaching staff, and I take full responsibility and accountability of every darn L we receive. But sometimes young men in life has to understand they're accountable as well for their actions. If you're gonna be accountable, go pick up that NIL check, you're gonna be accountable for what goes on that field as well. And our kids understand that, and they're holding one another accountable, and I like it. I really do. I love them for that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you.